In the inland Gold Coast districts, the widows remain in a state of mourning for several months, and a selection of them, a quantity of slaves, and one or two free men are killed to escort the dead man to Shrasmadazi, and as well as these, in order to provide him with merchandise to keep up his house and state in the underworld, quantities of gold dust, rolls of rich velvets, silks, satins, etc., are thrown into the grave. Among the dwellers in Cameroon, when you are across the Bantu borderline, velvets, etc., are buried with a big man or woman, but I am told it is only done for the glorification of his living relatives, so that the world may say, so and so must be rich. Look at what a lot of trade he threw away at that funeral of his wife, or his father, or his son, as the case may be. But I doubt whether this is a true explanation. If it is, I should recommend my German friends, if they wish to intervene, to introduce the income tax to Cameroon. That would eliminate this custom. The Shwis hold that there is a definitive earthly existence belonging to each soul of a humankind. Let us say, for example, a soul has 30 years bodily existence belonging to it. Well, suppose that soul's body gets killed off at 25. Its remaining 5 years it has to spend, if it is left alone, in knocking about its old haunts, homes, and wives. In this state it is called a sisa, and is a nuisance. It will cause sickness, it will throw stones, it will pull off roots, and it will play the very mischief with its wives' subsequent husbands, all because, not having reached its full term of life, it has not learnt its way down the dark and difficult path to Shwarmadazi, the entrance to which is across the Volta River to the northeast. This knowledge of the path to Shwarmadazi is a thing that grows gradually on a man's immortal soul. The other three souls are not immortal, and naturally, not having been allowed to complete his life, his knowledge is imperfect. A man's soul, however, can be taught the way, if necessary, in the funeral custom made by his relatives and the priests. But in the case of an incomplete life on earth soul, as a German would say, when it does arrive in the land of Israel, it is in a weak and feeble state from the difficulties of its journey, whereas a soul that has lived out its allotted span of life goes straightway off to Shwarmadazi as soon as its custom, or devil, is made, and gives its surviving relatives no further trouble. Still, there is great difference of opinion among all the Shwazi and Gaiman I have come across on this point, and Ellis likewise remarks on this difference of opinion. Some informants say that a soul that has been sent hence before its time, although it is exhausted by the hardships it has suffered on its journey down, yet recovers health in a month or so, while a soul that has run its allotted span on earth is as feeble as a newborn babe on arriving in Shwarmadazi, and takes years to pull round. Other informants say they have no knowledge of these details, and state that all the differences they know of between the souls of men and who have been killed and the men who have died is that the former can always come back, and that really the safest way of disposing of this class of soul is, by suitable spells and incantations, to get it to enter into the body of a newborn baby, where it can live out the remainder of its life.